This is Curse of the Creative, the radio promotions podcast from the creative team at Ultimate Media, where we come up with the ideas so you don't have to. We are recording all of these as a batch in February because we're so busy. We're so busy all the time, and we don't get time to get into the studio as often as we want. So there might be a running theme, especially around Valentine's and dating. Joining me are Fiefs, Nick, Ricci, Justin, and Bongani. The game works. 2 minutes, pitch an idea to the rest of the team. You either flight it, park it, or flash it. We'd like to keep these nice and tight within a 3-minute link so that you can get back to more of the music you love. Did I do that right, the radio guys? Did I do it right? More of the music you love.
Nailed it. Give him a job.
Parky would be proud.
I think isn't there a radio station looking for a new 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. host?
That's a deep cut. Justin, luckily you've gone, else you'd be straight down the toilet. So continuing with the dating theme of last week in the month of love, because, you know, you get this as a batch. We give it to you as a whole big batch of radio concepts, a dozen radio concepts. Ricci has got 2 minutes to pitch his idea to the rest of the team.
I won't even need 2 minutes. Greg would be super proud of me. So, you've done like date my mother, date my father. This is like a spin on a dating show where you're dating like an object, right? Not dating, right? So put somebody in the studio. They've got 5 suitors, right? You don't see the suitors, but instead you bring stuff that belongs to the suitors, right? So maybe they meet a pair of shoes that belong to the suitor, and then has to figure out the type of person based on those shoes. You can put a dog over there, so somebody brings their dog in, meet their dog, then decide whether you want to date the person based on the dog. I mean, it could be like stupid stuff like personalized coffee mugs that you have lying around, a pair of underwear, a vinyl record or something, a hoodie. So we can actually do it with one object, and the person has to pick based on one object, or a whole bunch of objects, which you can like dissect on air with the presenter, have some fun trying to figure out what that person's all about, and then the big reveal based on the objects.
People are very sexually aware these days, like to explore a lot of different things. I was told not to yuck on people's yums, but when you brought up dating objects, the mind just went absolutely wild. Like people coming in with vacuum cleaners and God knows what else. Fiefs, what do you think about that idea?
I think it's different. And if I understand it correctly, that object is of the suitor, and you need to figure out what this person is about, Ricci.
Yeah, correct. So say Fifi comes, she's looking for love. We've organized 5 guys, but you never meet the guys on air. Instead, you meet their objects, right? So stuff they brought from home, and you go through their stuff pretty much and decide based on that stuff if you want to date them, and then you make a choice based on the shit that they brought in. Yeah.
It's like blind dating on a different kind of level, and it's interesting for radio. I like it.
Correct.
I'm gonna flight that, Ricardo.
Hey!
We love.
Bongani, you want to give your thoughts?
Yeah, if I add anything, I'll be messing up a good recipe. I'm just gonna flight it. Just like that. Now, it's a good idea. It's crazy idea, and I'm picturing it having items like your garden hose, your wheel spanner, and then you try to imagine what type of a person you'll be dating. Yeah, I mean, it makes it fun. Play around with your mind. Yeah, so it's a good idea.
You know what I love about this group, right? Everyone comes from such a different angle where I'd imagine Ricci would think like more intimate objects like a dog or maybe a pair of underwear. You said shoes. Bongani, no, hosepipe.
Any opportunity to get your hosepipe out, eh, Bongs?
Wow, just
Another explicit sign. Load them up, Paolo.
I think after that, Justin doesn't deserve an opinion. Nick, I'm going to leave the final word.
Yeah, my final word is 100% flight. I think a lot of people do this. I've heard, I think it's actually currently going on Anele and the club. It's Date My Song. But I think this is fresh. This is cool. This is hilarious. Can you imagine the kind of teams and the entertainers that we have in radio now dissecting a hose pipe, a Deadpool statue, and really fancy speakers? People would be confused. I think it'd be hilarious.
Just make sure you keep fruit out the studio because we don't want anyone dating your guava.
Banana.